Hey everyone, welcome back to CV Whiskey Creek in N-Scale. This video comes somewhat out of necessity as I'm going to cover modeling while traveling. I found myself away from home for a few weeks, so I thought I'd share some of the ideas that I came up with to fill some of my downtime. Whether it's for work or pleasure, sometimes you find yourself having to leave the layout behind, but you still want to do something train related. So here's some suggestions on what you can bring or do while you're away. First thing that you can do in a hotel room or wherever you're traveling is YouTube. And there's a huge model train community out there. There's most likely a live stream going on, as there's many YouTubers that have something going on most nights of the week. You might even actually be watching this while sitting in a hotel room looking for ideas of things to do. There's a wide variety of YouTubers with everything from how-to videos to rail fanning and various types of operations. So this is always a good idea just if you want to veg out one night. And obviously a shameless plug, but don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks. Along the same lines are podcasts. I like to have a wide assortment of podcasts available, especially for my commuting to and from my destination. So I typically have downloaded quite a few episodes from A Modeler's Life, Around the Layout, The Crossing Gate, and The Roundhouse, just to name a few of them. Now, either on your way to your destination or once you get there, it's worth checking out to see if there's any train shows in the area or any local main lines or even museums around. Sadly, where I ended up this time, all the local tracks are long gone, and by the time we actually finished work for the day, it wasn't worth traveling to where the closest main lines were. But that doesn't mean it may not work out for you. I caught this during my trip about a month or two ago to Springfield, Massachusetts. So I know some people actually book their hotels based on where main line is and the closest track. So hopefully you can check out some of the local rail fanning spots. I'm actually kind of lucky that my library carries Railroad Model Craftsman, so I grabbed a few issues to read in some downtime. So don't be afraid to grab some reading material to read in between some of the other projects that you could be working on. And finally, another idea would be to bring an actual kit with you. I packed a small travel kit of supplies as well as some projects to work on. Now, I could do this easier because I wasn't flying, so I didn't have any issues over bringing knives or any other type of liquids or glues, but I still kept things very compact and portable. I got a couple of these Intermountain hopper kits at a train show a little while back, and they're perfect for a little project to do in the train room. So let's have a little look at the toolkit that I have. All right, so let's have a little look inside the toolkit. So I have a very small cutting mat, one of the self-healing mats, so nice and portable. This came from Princess Auto. It's a simple little toolbox. On the inside here I have a couple pieces of small sandpaper as well as a decaling project for me to work on. Various types of clamps. So I have these little mini clamps and then also some, you can use these as clamps as well. This is a little like screwdriver set. So it has all the other screwdrivers inside. These little sponges can be used for weathering. I'm not sure if I'll get around to any weathering on this trip. Toothpicks, good for applying glue and paints and things like that.
some Q-tips, also good for weathering and cleaning up glue joints and things like that. Different sanding sticks, so these are just like nail files. These ones came from Osborne Model Kits. Tweezers. So this will depend on whether or not you're actually flying. So here's some X-Acto knives for obviously cutting things off sprues and trimming things up and shaving things down. But if you're flying, you might not be able to carry some of those. Because I have a decaling plan, I have my Microsol, and somewhere on here it should say Microset. Oh, there it is. So I have my Sol and Set brushes, so when I get into decaling. What else we got in here? Like a little drill bit, another knife. This is a neat little thing for holding things, not really clamping, but it's just sort of holding things while they dry. So like a little stand. More tweezers. And you can use these to trim parts off of sprues. I also just picked up from it's like a grooming kit, but it's a little portable set of scissors. So these hadn't even actually made their way into the kit, but I just remembered about these. So they're just good for, might even use those to trim up the decals before I put them on. But they're small and portable and fit perfectly in here. The idea that you definitely want is portability. So this really, I mean, you can go off my hand as a reference that, you know, the size of this is not very big, so it can fit into carry-on or in luggage, or since I drove to where I am right now, then I don't really have to worry about necessarily that much portability, but it still takes up a small amount of space, so it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. And when I have some time to do some modeling, then I can pull this out, and as I'm working on my one project, my grain car here, so I've been gluing on little bits and pieces here and there and trimming things up, so I have things out and can work on this and yeah, keep myself busy on in what little free time I end up having.
So there you have it. Don't let some traveling stop you from enjoying your hobby, unless of course you're traveling with family. You might want to spend some time with them. They miss you, and they're happy that you actually emerged from the train room. Feel free to leave a comment below on some ideas that you use to stay engaged in the hobby while on the road, and thanks for watching.